What's going on, guys? Ace here, bringing you another high-stim pre-workout review. I know you guys have heard of this one. I know that most of you have taken this one. This pre-workout didn't start gaining popularity until about 6-7 months ago. But when it did, it took the world by storm. Everybody on the forum was buzzing about it. People were calling this pre-workout the next dark energy. The next dark energy. I don't know about that. I'm going to review this pre today, having taken it about 8 or 9 times at this point over the past couple of months. I've taken it at 3/4 of a scoop, I've taken it at 1 flat scoop, and I've taken it at a nice, massive, heaping scoop. And I gotta say that every single experience with this product was absolutely, positively phenomenal. I love this pre. And I am, of course, talking about Wildfire by SocalSupps. Yeah, guys, this is Wildfire. This is a hitter that's had the community up in flames, no pun intended, for the past couple of months. And especially now, people are relying on this pre-workout to take their training session to the next level so we can all get the gains. Guys, I took this pre-workout for the first time about 4.5, 5 months ago. And people were saying this is like dark energy. This is the next dark energy. Now, you can't come to me and make that kind of claim. For all of you guys that follow me on the subreddit, pre-workout supplements over on Reddit, created by the Review Bros, all of you guys that follow me, you know that dark energy is my jam. You know that there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that I love to take as much as those 2 tubs way up there. Oh yeah, those are 2 dark energy tubs I'm sitting on right now in 2023. Review to come soon. But with that being said, how do I measure Wildfire, especially when compared to dark energy? So here's the thing. First thing right off the bat, do not ever, and I mean ever, compare anything to dark energy. Because dark energy is the GOAT, the one and only. Nothing is like dark energy. But with that being said, Wildfire is an absolute banger. Oh yeah. This product right here is incredible. Like I mentioned earlier, I've taken this about 8 or 9, maybe even 10 times at this point. And the very first time I took it was at 3/4 of a scoop. And I'm telling you, I took this thing late in the afternoon, about 5 p.m., which is usually when I go to the gym on days that I work. And man, on my way to the gym, that very first time, about 5-6 months ago, on my way to the gym, I started tingling. I started buzzing. I started feeling the warmth filling up my body. And this head high that I can't compare to any other product, this head high came in and I just felt motivated. And my mood was elevated all the way up here. And I knew that I was on a mission. I am on a mission to go to the gym and crush some weights. And I'm going to have a damn good time doing it. Wildfire is its own kind of experience. It isn't fair to compare this product to Dark Energy. It isn't fair to compare it to Excelsior. This right here is in a league of its own. And it should be on a pedestal of its own. In general, I don't like comparing pre-workouts because, for starters, different pre's affect different people differently. We are all individuals with different tolerance levels and different sensitivities, and certain products and certain ingredients affect us differently. So something that might affect me amazingly might hit somebody else decently, or vice versa. Something that people swear by could only be okay for me. But when it comes to Wildfire, about 99% of people that I've interacted with on the subreddit or just in general in the gym, people that I know that have tried this product, everybody gives it a thumbs up. Because this product, the key word to this product is consistency. Sometimes you take certain pre-workouts and they'll hit you really hard, and then you take it again 4 or 5 days later and maybe it won't hit you quite the same way. Maybe it'll be a little bit below what it was that very first time. But I'm telling you, I don't know what they put in here. This label does claim DMAA, and I'm going to go over this label shortly, but this label does claim DMAA, on label anyway. I can't tell you if there's DMAA in here or not. I don't know. I haven't tested it. But what I can tell you is that whatever is in here gets your mood elevated, it gets the blood pumping, it gets your heart rate slightly elevated, it gets those cold sweats coming in just a tad, just enough to get you on that edge to the next level. And it will absolutely give you the energy you need to crush that workout and not think anything of it. This right here is a happy pre-workout. I wouldn't call this an aggressive pre-workout. There's a mood elevation that comes with this pre-workout, similar to Dark Energy. So when people draw comparisons between the two products, I can somewhat understand how they came to that conclusion, because there's a slight mood elevation, a little bit of background euphoria, even a tad of happiness that comes with it. I'm at the gym, I'm pumping, and I'm happy being there doing what I love to do. So I can understand the comparisons. But these are two entirely different beasts. It isn't fair to compare them. Wildfire, in my opinion, is a stim junkie workout that will make you feel absolutely incredible. And it deserves to be acknowledged as such. It deserves to be on a pedestal of its own, because this is an incredible experience, and it's consistent. And one thing I like about this pre, more than anything, is that it won't affect your sleep in a negative way. There are certain pre-workouts that if you take at 4, 5 p.m., you ain't gonna sleep. Your mind is gonna be running. Even if your body is physically exhausted from a killer workout, your mind is gonna be running and you won't be able to turn it off. There's no off switch. Try taking Excelsior at 5 p.m. See what happens. I guarantee you, you will not go to sleep. This pre-workout does not do that. It comes with a little bit of a crash, but not a negative, crazy crash per se, but just a little bit of a crash. That way, when you do want to go to sleep and you are ready to pass out, you're going to knock out and you're going to sleep great. So let me go through this label very, very quickly. I'm going to put it up on the screen over here so you guys can see and follow me as well. Citrulline at 6,000 milligrams. Beta-alanine at 3,000, that's slightly below clinical dose, but only by 200 milligrams, so that's not so significant. Agmatine at 1,000 milligrams, taurine at 500 milligrams, that's a nice all-arounder, endurance, and extra strength and motivation and energy in the gym. We have DMAE for focus at 500 milligrams, caffeine at 350, which I think is very, very solid. I don't think pre-workouts need to go to 400, 450, 500. You have some pre-workouts like Hooligan that literally have like 600 or 650 milligrams of caffeine. That's crazy to me. The whole point of caffeine is to enhance the other stimulants. So if you already have a stim junkie label, in my opinion, and this may be unpopular, but in my opinion, you really don't need more than 300 milligrams of caffeine to activate all those other ingredients and bring out their potency. When you're throwing a whole bunch of stims and you're claiming DMHA and DMAA on label, you really don't need 400 or 500 milligrams of caffeine. That's overkill. It's going to get you all jittery and it's going to get you sweating profusely, and in my opinion, it's not necessary. So I like the fact that this has 350 milligrams of caffeine. Now, it doesn't specify if it's caffeine citrate or caffeine anhydrous, but it says caffeine, so take it for what you will. This is a pretty simple standard label, and if I'm being honest, I prefer it that way. You have some labels like some of the stuff Apollo Nutrition releases, and God bless them because I love them, but some of those labels read like science textbooks, and I'm a gym bro. I'm not a chemist. I know what works for my body, and I give you my experience based on how it affected me and my workout. But I'm not going to dissect every single ingredient like a mad chemist and tell you hypothetically what it's supposed to do. Either it works or it doesn't. I tell you based on my own experience. Now, the next ingredient we have in here is L-theanine at 350 milligrams. This one's a little bit odd because L-theanine, as you guys know, is there to help you relax. So with L-theanine, when you mix that with a bunch of high stims, especially DMAA and DMHA, what it does is it's kind of going to mask the crazy stimulant effect and bring it down to a more tolerable level. So people are going to say that 350 milligrams of L-theanine is too much, and I tend to agree with that. If I was formulating this, and if everything on here is exactly as it is on label, I personally would put 150 to 200 milligrams of L-theanine, not 350, because then you have that at a 1-to-1 ratio with the caffeine. You have the caffeine at 350, and you have the L-theanine at 350. So it's a little bit of a weird decision, but then again, labels are just labels. Whatever's on here doesn't necessarily translate to what's actually inside the tub. The next ingredient we have is DMHA at 200 milligrams. That's a nice hefty dose, especially if it's well sourced. DMHA is there for mood elevation, for euphoria, and for helping you get through those really intense workouts that otherwise your body would not be able to handle. We have alpha GBC at 200 milligrams, which is a pretty small dose. That's supposed to help with focus, with mind-muscle connection. It's supposed to have a nice nootropic effect. Usually the clinical dose, if I recall correctly, is 600 milligrams. This one's 200, so it's about 1/3 of the dose that's clinical. But then again, let's see how this all comes together. Forget about the label. Let's see how this actually comes together into the product. We have 50 milligrams of pink Himalayan salt. That's for the sodium. That's for the pump. Bioperine 10 milligrams and huperzine A at 350 micrograms. And we have 30, that's right, you heard it, 30 scoops in here. And one scoop is 14.3 grams. So there you have it, guys. Wildfire. And I love this label. It's got this little holographic effect over here. It's really, really nice. This is the Skittles flavor. This is a sealed tub because I have about 6 sealed tubs. I have every single flavor sealed. 2 mojito flavors, and then 1 of every other one. So I'm sitting on about 6 tubs, not including the opened one that I have over there that is also the Skittles flavor. What do I think about the flavor? It's okay. It's not the worst, but it's also far from the best. You definitely taste the chemicals going down. It's got a little bit of a kick in the background after it all comes down, but I chug it and I drink some more water afterwards, and that's it. I don't think much of it. Flavor doesn't really matter much to me unless it's absolutely disgusting on a level that I cannot tolerate drinking it because it makes me gag. So something like Tiger's Blood from Smash AMF or Dexter Halloween, Trick or Treat flavor, or Time Cop V2 Orange Mango flavor, which by far one of the most disgusting, horrible, gag-inducing pre-workouts I've ever come across. And I probably won't ever be having that one again. So in comparison to those flavors, Skittles, it ain't so bad. It's okay. I don't know if it tastes like Skittles, but it kind of has a little bit of a sour candy-ish flavor to it, masking a lot of chemicals. Chug it, take a piece of gum after if you have to, and move on with your life. Go to the gym and pump for the next 3 hours. Because this pre-workout will make you pumped. This will get you strong. This will get your mind right. I don't care if the alpha GBC isn't at clinical dose. This thing will get you laser sharp focus. You're going to be wired for 3 hours in the gym. You're going to be strong. You're going to feel like Superman. Even if you're dealing with an injury or a stiff muscle or joint pain, you're not going to care. All you're going to care about is pushing and pushing and pushing and getting your workout to the next level. Because this is what this does. This right here is an incredible product. 10 out of 10 in my book. Also, the fact that this is consistent is important. Like I mentioned earlier, there are some pre-workouts out there that you can take it once and it feels amazing, like Zeus, by the way. Zeus is guilty of this, from God Status Labs. Zeus, you take it sometimes, I take a heaping scoop, and it feels great. Euphoria, mood elevation, energy, everything up the wazoo. And then I'll take it again a week later, even if I'm off of stims for 3, 4, 5 days, it feels like caffeine. So there's no consistency with that pre. But this right here, this hitter right here, is consistent. There's consistent energy and consistent results. I've taken this, I'm telling you, 8, 9, 10 times already, and every time I take it, I feel the exact same way. You feel a strong buzz and energy, unparalleled energy. You feel like you want to grab that iron bar and just bend it to your will. And you want to take your workout to the next level. Guys, grab this while you can. I don't know if they're planning on discontinuing it. I don't know if they're going to ever reformulate this, but it doesn't hurt to stock up, especially because most of these tubs expire in 2025. So You can get yourself 3, 4 of these tubs, sit on them for the next 2 years. It's not going to go bad. See? You can hear the powder. It's not going to go bad. Grab this right now. Go on the official website, SocalSupps.com. I'm going to link the website below and use the code 40OFF to grab it at 40% discount. You can literally grab 2 of these tubs, brand new and sealed, for approximately $77. That's a steal. You're essentially paying $38, $39 a tub. I mean, that's cheaper than Bucked Up. That's cheaper than Total War by Redcon. And those are generic, caffeine-based pre-workouts that will not do much for you, especially if you're a stim junkie. So go on their website right now, SocalSupps.com. I'm going to link it below. Use the code 40OFF and get 40% off your entire order. It's a steal. It's a bargain. It's unparalleled. Grab it right now. Nobody knows if they're actually going to discontinue this or not, but it doesn't hurt to have a couple of extra tubs. I know I got my 5-6 tubs sealed, and I'm going to be enjoying this for a very, very long time. If you guys enjoyed this video and you found my knowledge to be beneficial to you, then I urge you, please subscribe to the channel, give me the like, and comment down below. Join the conversation. Help get me into the algorithm so I can reach a wider, broader community, and I can introduce a new audience to these amazing products. Tell me what you guys think about this product down below. Leave your comment. Let me know what was the first experience you ever had with Wildfire. Is it a hitter? Is it a miss for you? Do you feel like it is a consistent product the way I feel? What is your favorite flavor? Leave all that information and everything else down below. Ace, signing off.